Dude, I'm like stuck in between my freaking poles here. Way too many poles in this room.
That would have been a great intro.
That was the intro.
Welcome to PricePlow.
What's up, PricePlow Nation? This is Mike and Ben here, and it is a big review day.
Oh yeah.
I am jonesing for some caffeine, and thankfully we have a new version of the super awesome DVST8 from Inspired Nutraceuticals Worldwide WWW formula.
Worldwide. That's worldwide wide.
Worldwide wide.
Worldwide wide.
I see. We'll show a close up of that. So this is a more globally compliant version of.
I guess so.
Of
Yeah.
DVST8. The original DVST8 way back in the day, like that was like 2014 or whatever. That wasn't exactly globally compliant.
No.
In countries like Australia and everything. But this is. It seems like it's going to be a pretty stiff drink because there is dynamine in here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an extra stim factor inside. But none of the other stuff that was originally in the original DVST8 white cut.
How many other versions of DVST8 have you had?
DVST8 white cut.
Crimson?
I don't remember. No, I did not.
I think I had one serving of the Crimson. Loved the white cut. Went through a couple bottles of that from
that was very popular.
Yeah, that was really good. I think it was like the peak of my DMHA consumption before I started working here, because it was like Chris Waldron just exposed me to this world of DMHA.
Yeah, sexy branding, everything. Yeah, they made it taste so good. The flavors are always on point. That's what I'm excited about here. But yeah, Chris has always done amazing things. This brand is just like slick and everything. These bottles. I think this one looks sexier. What flavor do you have here?
I have Sour Yummies.
I have Malibu Breeze. So I think this is gonna be like got the coconutty. This is gonna be kind of the
Sour Gummy Bear.
Yeah, exactly. And
I think it's also worth mentioning too. This is the first DVST8 that is made to stack or able to be stacked with something else. FSU and this go together really, really well. So the other ones were just like powerhouses on their own.
Right.
This one is good on its own, but I'm currently right now like addicted to FSU. Like certain sort of pump products, and it's one of my favorite of all time.
Nice.
So the fact that they kind of, I like when brands. No, I don't like having to take a full stack, but I like when they make it possible.
Right, and that's what you don't necessarily need to have an extra pump supplement here because we have 6 grams of citrulline malate, so you have a clinical dose, about 3 grams of citrulline, and then 2.5 grams of betaine, which is a clinical dose for strength, power, and gains in general. But a lot of us get like some extra pumps from that. It's an osmolar. You kind of get that water pump feel too. But then a gram and a half of arginine nitrate. Yeah. So, man, honestly, that's enough pumps for me as it is. But yeah, on the focus side of things, that's where FSU is a kind of a focus-based stim-free pump product as well, and that's where you could add a little more. Because to be honest, this is you're going to get a little bit of focus factor from the choline, 500 milligrams, L-tyrosine, 500 milligrams, so a little bit of a kick of dopamine, a little bit of kick of acetylcholine. Nothing insane. We've seen like bigger doses, so I think FSU is actually stacking in a different way, which is it's a cool way of doing this. But then a little extra energy from the Advantra Z citrus aurantium, which is likely synephrine, is 20% standardization of 200 milligrams. So that's 40 milligrams. That's a pretty good dose.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get a little bit of a extra little bit of a fight or flight
from that.
Yeah, a little bit of thermogenic feel, a little bit of extra fat burning, and then the 50 milligram yield of dynamine is coming from 125 milligrams of the 40% dynamine. And so we recently had Matt Titlow of Compound Solutions on the podcast. We talked about how it became they've got GRAS status on it in America, so generally recognized as safe. And I personally love this. I like it at an even higher dose, but when it's alongside everything else,
I like the 50 milligrams when it's versus 300 milligrams caffeine.
Yes.
That was something Drew Peters kind of turned me on to, is like the lower dynamine with the higher caffeine. It kind of is nice, but you can do both ways. I don't think you're going wrong either way. So
we have natural caffeine from green tea, 300 milligrams. That's 300 milligrams yield of caffeine, right? We're expecting to feel
because they're claiming natural caffeine. If it's a green tea, 300 milligrams, that'd be different.
Right, but this says natural caffeine, parentheses, from green tea. So we got 300 milligrams of caffeine coming with that. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good hit. And then finally, a little bit of mood boost from the Kana Ease Selenium Tortuosum, and that's a 25 milligram. I always like that stuff.
It should smooth things over a little bit, too.
I'm pretty stoked. So I'm actually more stoked for this flavor, right? Because Malibu Breeze is kind of close to like what Inspired did with their original DVST8 white cut. They had the Cali
Gold or something like that.
Dude, it was
I've had this flavor in their FSU, and it was enjoyable. Like I would sip on it. So we'll see how it translates to this product.
Yeah, because you got
Dynamine in
the
it.
stims. Yeah, Dynamine. It's the tasteless version, 40%, but
Yeah.
it's got taste. And finally, other than natural.
I don't think you mentioned
Colors.
also there's theobromine in here.
Yeah, I kind of glossed over that.
Okay.
It's 50 milligram. Yeah, that's got a bit of a feel to it, a bit of thermogenic feel to it as well. No colors. So you see the powder, pretty brown, regular looking. Now this is a 1 scoop. We're not doing the 20-40 serving size thing here. You have 25 scoops, 25 servings, 300 milligrams per serving. So he went in that direction, which is
They used to do the 20.
I know, yeah.
They were kind of the first.
He was like
people to do
early
it.
to the punch, and now he's like moved away from it, which is interesting.
I really like this message on the side here. There's a letter from Chris right on, explaining just that this is kind of like a thank you giving back to the worldwide customers.
Right.
Chris is not like one of those like Aaron Singerman CEOs where there's a lot of content on just him, but he is present.
Yeah.
And I like that.
we see him at the trade shows. He shows up. He goes to the expos and everything, and talks to everyone. He's always like a cool dude. Like you want to know who's running the business and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's not as out there, but he's like definitely a cool guy who's very on brand. Like you see this guy, and he's like kind of dressed.
Yeah.
Cool, and like the brand is cool. It's very on brand. So we have 8 to 10 ounces of water or so, and so I went like I took one of those like 16 and 16.9 fluid ounce bottles and split it in half. So
We don't have cups.
now the one thing I was going to add is I mean, this stuff is so worldwide compliant. It's even compliant in the Socialist Republic of California. We do have a California Prop 65 warning on this, which a lot of brands got to do and a lot of them don't do. This cup is kind of cracked. We're gonna
Did
see.
we talk about the Pico too?
No, I skipped Pico 2. Speaking of
Yeah.
compound solutions of Matt Titlow and Dynamine, we have a gram of Pico 2 here. That's why the color is a little bit brown.
Yeah, and it's the American version because there's turkey tail in it.
Oh.
So it's the full blend. I like it a lot.
So yeah, Pico 2, 1 gram per day. If you use it over the course of a month, maybe a touch more, you're gonna likely get an increased like endurance factor from a VO2 max capabilities.
Yeah.
A little increase there. There's the earlier studies are 4 grams a day. That would like just dominate the flavor, cost more and everything. 2 grams a day is good, but 1 gram a day I think would be easier to flavor over.
There's a lot of
mushroom.
people pushing for Pico 2 instead of beta alanine for athletes, which I think is pretty interesting. Kind of like a shift in like that. It's a very like. I don't know, like beta alanine is just such like a staple. Like you just throw it in everything. I like to see something a little against that.
I'm like, why don't you do both?
Yeah, that's true.
So that is the color you're gonna deal with. No artificial colors. I have the Maui.
All right, so that's the gummy. Let's do the Maui.
I can't
first.
All right, Maui first. You got it?
And I can smell the gummies.
To Chris Waldron.
To Chris Waldron. Wow,
That's pretty good.
that's a lot of flavor.
It's got
That's
to be.
really good.
Because I still got the mushroom Pico 2 in there just a little bit.
That makes me pucker. Ooh. I don't know what Malibu Breeze is.
No,
So
there is coconut in here, isn't there? Like, there's a dash of tropical fruit in here, mango, but
Yeah, that's mango. Some kiwi.
good catch there.
I thought Malibu Breeze. It's not like a cocktail or something. Wow,
It's more sour than I thought. So I was looking like there's a lot.
that wasn't exactly sour at all.
So you have the citrulline malate providing about 3 grams of malic acid. Then you also have citric acid. That's standard on most of these tubs.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mouth is watering like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to drool on the floor, but I could easily right now just like put a puddle of saliva on the ground here. Sucralose and Ace K are our sweeteners.
All right.
Really good job covering up the Pico 2 though, because the mushroom blend,
Yeah, you gotta search for
it
it.
does taste earthy. Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really like most consumers are not going to be like, oh, ew, ew.
And so this is the
This
gummy.
is the sour yummies.
Sour yummies. All right. Ooh, that works. It's even more sour. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be
Well, yeah.
sour, but I don't know which one I like more. I've been drinking this one for a month now.
Yeah. I'm sure it's better in FSU without having to.
A little bit better. There's like,
You know what?
I get the Pico 2 a little bit more in this one.
I get the more sour here, and that's good. I mean, if you want, sometimes the sour gummies and sour like worms, they don't make them sour enough. Like if I want something sour, if I buy something sour, I want it to be sour.
Yeah.
And on the note of buying, these products were sent to us for free. Don't really have an affiliate relationship or anything going on with Inspired Nutraceuticals. We just like Chris, but I don't know, maybe 2020 we'll have to do some stuff with them. At least get a PricePlow coupon going. So if I ask for sour, I want a sour. This is definitely sour. I think if you have a bit more of the sweet tooth, you're gonna want the other Malibu Breeze flavor, but it is still very sour. My mouth is watering like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Here's the deal. I don't taste any dynamine whatsoever.
No, none.
This is possibly the best job of covering up dynamine, and he also threw in Pico 2 on top of that. It must not have been an easy job, and that's why it's coming on so strong.
I prefer the Malibu Breeze. I'll say it. That's really good.
It's really good. I like the sour like once, but I'm not sure I would be able to get through a whole tub. You're buying this internationally. It's getting shipped over the world. You got to use that whole tub. You want 25 full servings? I'm going Malibu Breeze too. With that said, I'm quite excited to have this 300 milligrams of caffeine and dynamine in my system here.
Wow.
We're going to train a little bit later, so we might need to re-up a little bit too. Re-up. So Price Talk.
This is so good, man. I don't know, like I like their flavors.
It's really good sour.
But I'm blown away. This is
without a doubt, Malibu Breeze. I love Malibu Breeze. Yeah, it's definitely sour, mouth watering. Man.
I'm like Chris. I'm insanely impressed. Like I like all their flavors. Their protein flavors were really I was impressed by. But like someone asked me the other day, like, who do you think are the best flavors right now? And I wasn't expecting this.
Inspired is long.
This is really like
it is really good. Caveat is that they're working. They formulated a hard to flavor product.
Yeah.
So if you have just a crack and stim product that's got just flavored caffeine and aminos, it's going to be easier than this. So I think there is better tasting stuff out there, but given the formula, man,
dude,
that's the best I've seen anyone do on dynamine.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Yeah. All right. So PricePlow.com/inspired-nutraceuticals. That's where you can check it out. We got to get a coupon going. What's up, Chris? Let's get a coupon going, PricePlow. And moving into 2020, this is going to be in there. I love dynamine. I love high dose dynamine. I like dynamine workout. I like dynamine for work. Like I'm a fan of the ingredient myself. I've gone on record saying that right from the get-go. So excited about that. And I got to try this FSU now too. So
you have to. You have to.
I don't get as much plump as Ben does.
It's like I think it's a 2.5 gram dose of arginine nitrate, so it's a little bit more than this one.
So you probably shouldn't stack them together totally. Wait, how much? What's the nitrate max?
You'd be fine. You'd be fine.
Oh, 5 grams is usually.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's getting up there.
I don't know.
If you're a small guy and don't mix it with your Cialis. Anyway, arginine nitrate, big fan. So overall, really cool formula, and I'm excited. So subscribe to us on YouTube, like us, and follow us on Instagram and all that because we were just getting rolling on the reviews. Anything else?
Nice job.
Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome to PricePlow.